I'm dad, is my wife, and we subject items and have. My wife has begun to read me this article about this lady who's been taken to court because
in the state of Washington.
State of Washington uses to give service. Her florist company uses to give service to
Couple and because her married, he said it was just freedom convictions to for support. It's in Washington State.
Last I heard, a business has the right to refuse business to anybody they want.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I work at a store where they say no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is there something wrong with that? I mean, you know, if your behavior asking for as far as services goes against the morality of a business, take your business elsewhere.
No kidding.
You know,
right here, Christian florist supporters maintain that there was nothing wrong in refusing to heed the demands of the homosexuals.
You know what's going on. There's all these groups of people in America nowadays who seem to think that they got to impose the rights of a minority group, considered a group anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
And they're really not a minority. Hey, right now, God did not make you that way.
No.
Okay, when I go pick an apple from an apple tree, and I eat the apple, and I throw the core on the ground, and all the seeds come out, and it goes into the ground, and it produces. What does it produce?
Apples.
Apple tree. You can't even reproduce. So I don't understand why in the world you think that you have to demand rights that produce with what they're doing, because they actually can reproduce. All right. Yeah, I mean, y'all got rocks in your head.
That they said that whatever we do in our bedroom is our own business. Well, if that's what was going on, we would we would know about it.
Yeah.
But y'all aren't happy having control of your lives. You have to control everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, somebody said a while back that Christianity, when it's left on a fair playing field, will always dominate because number one, it's true. It's you know, makes sense. But what happens is when everybody else starts, you know, when it becomes, you know, equal, win that way. So they start choking out Christianity.
It's true.
They stop us from owning businesses. Several years ago, a lot of Christian doctors were forced out of practice because their hospitals started performing abortions. Forced them to Catholic, forced to give birth control that will kill, like the day after pill, that will kill an already conceived child. You know, they've been forcing us to change.
Yeah.
You know, if they're not happy with their rights, they have to control.
Yeah.
And controlling Christianity is how they stomp us out because they can't win on a level playing field.
It's true. Topic of the day, you know, we've been talking in the past about seeking God, but letting your light shine, you know.
Amen.
And I just want to praise this woman. She's letting her light shine without a fight. You know, I think it's great that she's there and to be right. You know, the Bible says, let your light so shine before men, good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And you know, we need to be a people that let our light shine before men. Always criticizing somebody who decides they're going to preach in the open air or witness to people or pray with somebody because they're supposedly doing it in front of men to be seen of men. But in all honesty, if somebody's sincere and they're not doing it to be seen of men, then simply letting their light shine.
Yeah.
You know, when you candle under a basket or something, eventually the candle either goes out, basket on, and the light shines before men anyway.
Yeah.
You put a city on a hill, is seen for miles around. I remember when I was a kid, and we would be driving toward a city. You wouldn't see the lights of the city. Was the lights on the horizon, and the light would be shining
I remember seeing that
on the clouds or whatever it was on the horizon. You see of whether you could see the actual lights, you could see the reflection of the lights. And you know, that's as Christians, we ought to be willing to let our light shine. I had
When you're done, I want to read these last few sentences here.
I had somebody rebuke me in public the other day and said that the Bible said not to public or anything like that.
Actually, it was talking about the tape. They were saying that Jesus said you're to pray in private and close closet, and not in front of people. And then he quoted Jesus.
And that rules out every prayer meeting in a local church. Or
well, I heard Tom, he changed his sermon and said Jesus said, let your light so shine before men, so that men may see your deeds and the will be
Listen, we are to let our light shine before men. And go ahead and read the.
All right. Well, she put on here, it says, during the court hearing, the Christian florist maintained that she had the freedom to refuse to render her services for something she does not believe in. The government, there is one choice. Either I give up my faith or I lose everything I own. Stutzman told her supporters, but it isn't just about my freedom, it's about all of our freedoms.
Right.
So let's start getting it. This is not the Christians picking on the homosexuals. This is the devil, his crowd attacking God, the Bible, and the Christians. This is nothing more than religious persecution. It's smoke and mirrors, fellas, smoke and mirrors.
Exactly.
The crowd that protested protecting the Christian faith, just as the crowd that protecting the Christian faith is not a bad thing. When the government can come in and tell you what you can and can't do, that to believe we do not live in a free America, she added.
And she's right. You know, when the government can come in and start regulating what we believe, start regulating what we teach, start regulating where we meet or how we meet,